Yes, rewiring your mind for growth is the process of continuously changing your thought patterns and habits to foster a more resilient, adaptive, and positive mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your intelligence, abilities, and talents are not fixed traits, but can be developed through dedication, hard work, and persistence, viewing challenges as chances to learn. In this case, you see mistakes as valuable feedback for improvement. This leads to love for learning and greater resilience. A growth mindset is about you changing the way you see yourself. It helps you to see yourself better. So I met someone in one of my videos, and then I was asking questions. And then she says, criticism has hindered her in so many ways from doing things that she set out. What if I told you that the difference between people who grow and people who stay stuck is not talent, intelligence, or background? It is mindset. Let's start simple. Your mindset is the lens through which you see the world and yourself.
Mindset is everything. Change your mindset, change your life.
Understanding that your growth mindset matters is the first step towards realizing your full potential. Welcome to a series titled Rewire Your Mind for Growth, and each video builds into the next.
A growth mindset shapes what you believe about your abilities, how you respond to challenges, whether you push forward or give up. You know, some people feel, oh, they're too old to learn anything. That's fixed mindset, actually. And they feel, well, what do you want to teach an old man like me or an old woman like me? I can't really learn anything much. Such a person would say, I can't really change. What do you want me to change to? Where do you want me to start from? You know, such a person says, well, if I fail, it means I'm not good enough. And if I don't fail, if I succeed, it means I'm smart. Your mindset matters a lot in several ways. For instance, this scenario, two people face the same challenge. One says, this is too difficult for me, I can't do it. Yeah, and the other person says, well, this is difficult, but what can I do? How can I learn? What do I do to achieve what I want to achieve? So in this case, your mindset is very important. It shapes how you see things and what you do about it. It's not what you face that determines how far you grow, but it's how you respond to it.
The climb may be tough, but the view from the top makes every step worth it. Keep pushing your limits.
A fixed mindset gives excuses, prefers comfort zone, but the growth mindset is resilient and pushes forward. It's all about resilience, creativity, desire for growth, willingness to learn in every way. When you shift into a growth mindset, you stop asking whether you're good enough, but you start saying, how can I get better? You're always willing to learn, always wanting to know how to get better. It doesn't mean that growth mindset people always feel confident, but they just choose to keep growing anyway. That's the difference. One thing is that growth mindset people know that success isn't about being perfect. It's about the willingness to grow, keep growing. So how do you measure whether you're growing? I want you to change your focus. Ask yourself, am I getting better? Measure your growth. Learn to see failure as feedback. Failure means you really have things you need to learn. Failure doesn't show that you cannot learn. You can always learn whatever you need to learn better. You need to be patient with yourself. Growth is a process. Remember this, your mind is a very powerful tool. And when you renew it, your life follows. I want you to begin a new chapter, a growth mindset chapter in your life, and let's see how far. Let me know in the comments. If this episode inspired you, like, comment, share with your friends and family, members, colleagues, and of course, if you're yet to subscribe to this channel, go ahead and do that. I'll see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Welcome to a series titled Rewire Your Mind for Growth, and each video builds into the next.
Your brain is like a garden. What you dwell on affects your thinking and invariably affects the outcome of your actions. Your thoughts are the blueprint of your life. Think about it. The role of positive affirmations in our lives is for us to be able to will ourselves, psych ourselves, engineer our thoughts into positive thinking and staying positive. Your thoughts shape your reality indeed. You're welcome to another wonderful episode of this series, Rewire Your Mind for Growth. Point of discourse in this episode is how your thoughts create your life. We're also going to deal with practical steps on how to take control of your mind. So therefore, by the end of this video, you're going to understand why changing your thoughts and making it positive affects everything. For instance, in the face of fear, you tell yourself, I am strong, I can do this. You build confidence, you will yourself to be able to have that strong mindset, to be able to achieve that which you have proposed. Your thoughts lead to feelings, and feelings lead to actions, and then actions bring about the result. So severally, you must have heard where someone is told, stop thinking negative thoughts. Tell yourself, instead of saying I'm a failure or I can't do this, or tell yourself I can learn, I'm willing to learn. Let me tell you this very short story about two people. Both were told what they will become when they grow up. All right? One was told he is going to be successful when he grows up. The other person was told, don't bother, no matter what you do, you can never be successful. Okay, so years passed, they were growing up. Talking about mindsets, the one that was told he's going to be successful, what did he do? He told himself, well, since they said he was going to be successful, what does he need to do? He relaxed. He stopped trying. The other one that was told he should not bother about success because failure is his fate, he refused to accept that. So growing up, he went far. He went into a far place and decided to work hard. He decided to learn a skill. He decided to start farming. He decided to learn a trade. Yes, he became successful. But the other one who was told he was going to be successful no matter what, who did not try, he did not make any effort because he was just told he was going to be successful. Famine came and hit the place where he was. And then he needed to start begging, he needed to sell everything he had, and he became poor. The other one that was told he was going to be poor no matter what he does became rich. For us to be able to will ourselves, psych ourselves, engineer our thoughts into positive thinking and staying positive. Your thoughts shape your reality indeed. You're welcome to another wonderful episode of this series, Rewire Your Mind for Growth. Point of discourse in this episode is how your thoughts create your life. We're also going to deal with practical steps on how to take control of your mind. So therefore, by the end of this video, you're going to understand why changing your thoughts and making it positive affects everything. For instance, in the face of fear, you tell yourself, I am strong, I can do this. You build confidence, you will yourself to be able to have that strong mindset, to be able to achieve that which you have proposed. Your thoughts lead to feelings, and feelings lead to actions, and then actions bring about the result. So severally, you must have heard where someone is told, stop thinking negative thoughts. Tell yourself, instead of saying I'm a failure or I can't do this, or tell yourself I can learn, I'm willing to learn. Let me tell you this very short story about two people. Both were told what they will become when they grow up. All right? One was told he is going to be successful when he grows up. The other person was told, don't bother, no matter what you do, you can never be successful. Okay, so years passed, they were growing up. Talking about mindsets, the one that was told he's going to be successful, what did he do? He told himself, well, since they said he was going to be successful, what does he need to do? He relaxed. He stopped trying. The other one that was told he should not bother about success because failure is his fate, refused to accept that. So growing up, he went far. He went into a far place and decided to work hard. He decided to learn a skill. He decided to start farming. He decided to learn a trade. Yes, he became successful. But the other one who was told he was going to be successful no matter what, who did not try, he did not make any effort because he was just told he was going to be successful. Famine came and hit the place where he was. And then he needed to start begging, he needed to sell everything he had, and he became poor. The other one that was told he was going to be poor no matter what he does became rich. He became successful. Why? Because when famine came, people started buying his products. What did we learn from that story? Mindset matters. Your thoughts produce the feelings, and feelings produce the outcome of your actions. What you tell yourself every day matters a lot because it determines your actions, which invariably determines the outcome. Your inner thoughts or inner dialogue is either your enemy or your ally. Take notice of any fear that crosses your mind, any fearful thoughts, and challenge it right away. Get rid of toxic thoughts. All those thoughts that tell you you can't do it, or are you better than those who have failed? Just challenge such thoughts. Don't entertain such toxic thoughts. Visualize the life you want. Always keep your focus and make sure that whatever is negative in your mind or that crosses your mind, you eradicate it right away. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. Get rid of toxic environment and circle of friends. When you take control of your thoughts, your confidence rises. Your decisions improve. You handle setbacks better. Your mind then begins to work for you instead of against you. You begin to attract opportunities. Remember, it's actually not about being perfect in thinking. Rather, it's about training your mind to think the positive. Growth is a process, not. This video inspired you. Like it, comment, share it with someone who needs it. If you're here to subscribe, go ahead and do that. Turn on the notification button so that whenever there is any new video on mindset growth or mindset coaching, you will be the first one to see it. Comment thoughts. I'll see you in the comments. I read every comment. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode, episode 3, overcoming fear, doubt, and limiting beliefs. Your mind is very powerful. When you control your thoughts, you control your life. You choose the direction for your life to follow. Even the Bible says fear is torment. Thinking about certain things that have been holding you down in form of fear is scary enough. So what do? You need to brace up yourself. Many people in a lot of ways have been prevented from doing one or two things which they ought to do due to unbelief, or doubt, or fear. You are most welcome to this new episode of the series Rewire Your Mind for Growth. In this new episode, we shall be treating overcoming fear, doubt, and limiting beliefs. These are those whispering thoughts to your mind, all those negative things that produce fear, self-doubt, and limiting beliefs. You're welcome. Your mindset matters. A lot of people are not held back from doing whatever they ought to do in order for them to achieve their personal growth, but it's their mindset holding them back. A positive mindset is that mindset that is always willing to learn, always ready to try new things, always wanting to know better. So, if your mindset is positive, it will encourage you to do things that will enable you to grow. So, if your mind is always about, don't try this, oh, you're new, are you sure you're going to succeed, and things like that. All those things you want to try, you need to learn, and your mind is always discouraging you, watch out. Okay, let's look at it this way. Everyone that have been known to be successful in one area of their lives or the other have at some point been fearful. They have been afraid, but they still continued anyway. Fear isn't always the enemy. Fear is a way that your mind has devised to protect you from the unknown. But then fear becomes a problem the moment it starts to prevent you from growing. You know, fear says, don't try it. You might fail. Don't speak. You might sound silly. Keep quiet so that they don't shut you up. This fear of failure makes a lot of people give excuse. Oh, I don't know how to do it. I'm so afraid, this and that. A lot of people do their whole life passing failure. Look at it this way. If fear was good, except those things that advances someone's growth. Look at it. Fear definitely is not a good thing. If you keep listening to fear, you will never get to achieve anything in your life. So now you better start to shut it off. The only way to overcome fear by taking action while it's still there. Action shrinks fear. Avoidance feeds it. For instance, a child is afraid of darkness. Darkness isn't the problem, but what is in the mind of the child about the darkness. That is how most of us live, trapped not by reality, but by scary imaginations. And the brother of fear is doubt. It sounds like, can you really do this? You know, it sounds reasonable. Questions your ability. You know, it even sounds like wisdom. And then you begin to think. But guess what? That is fear dressed like logic. Doubt always says things like, what if it doesn't work? Rarely will it ask, what if it does? You are the one that should counter it and says, what if it does work? Doubt kills more dreams than failure ever will. You know, failure gives you feedback, gives you improvement, even creates resilience. But doubt stops the journey before it starts. Most people are not failing. They are just not starting what will help them to grow in life. Limiting beliefs. Oh, this is that invisible prison that we lock ourselves. These are the quiet sentences you repeat inside your mind, often without realizing it. So it goes like, I'm not smart enough, I'm too old, it's not for people like me, I'm not just got out for things like this, I've tried before, keep going on and on, this is just who I am, people like me don't succeed in this kind of things, and on like that. Those kind of things come from past experiences, like criticism, upbringing, past failures, trauma, comparison. But guess what? Your mind is powerful, and you can work over it. Just because you think it doesn't give it power over you. It is what you do, how you react to it, that determines what you achieve. It's high time you stopped carrying that story. So right now, the way forward is to stop and drop those old stories and question it. Ask yourself, who said I cannot succeed? Who gave me this story? Where did it come from? Why am I carrying it all these years? Does this story help my life to move forward? And if, while asking yourself, the answer is no, then it's high time you stopped carrying the story. Use these following mindset shifts. Name it. Don't hide it. Why? Because you cannot fight what you don't acknowledge. Name it. I'm afraid of failing. I don't believe I'm capable of success. I doubt myself. I am afraid of failing. When you name it, you strip it of power. Replace the story. Instead of I can't do it, why not say I'm willing to learn? Instead of what if I fail, you can say, what if this is what would make the story of my life to change for better? Take small, bold actions. So where you procrastinate, oh, I'll do it tomorrow. No, get up and do it right now. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving and doing it anyway. Do it scared. Do it unsure. Do it learning as you go. Small actions build confidence, and confidence weakens fear. Surround yourself with growth. Your environment will do one of these to you. Either it nourishes your belief or it destroys it. Go around growth conversations, people that stretch you, contents that build growth mindset, the voices that encourage you. Your mind blooms where it is planted. Build a promise-keeping habit. A very big cure to self-doubt is keep the promises you make to yourself. The reason is every time you keep a promise that you have given to yourself, your mind tells you, I can trust you. And that trust produces confidence. Simple affirmations. I am not my fears. I am not a failure. I'm not my past. I am learning to achieve my growth and development. I am becoming stronger. I am growing. I am learning. Tell this new story to yourself every day. Make it a habit. First thing when you wake up or the last thing before you go to bed. Thank you for listening. If this episode has inspired you, like it, comment, share it with friends and family. If you are yet to subscribe to ChristyNuga Motivation, go ahead and do that. Turn on the notification button for more videos on mindset growth. Remember this, don't overcome fear by waiting for it to go away. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode of our series, Rewire Your Mind for Growth. Thank you. Bye-bye. Has it ever happened to you where you feel like doing something regularly, but you find it difficult staying consistent? Then this episode is for you. Discipline isn't about being harsh on yourself. It is about training your mind to show up even when motivation disappears. You are most welcome to the 4th episode of the Rewire Your Mind for Growth series. How have you enjoyed the previous episodes? Not to worry, if you have missed the previous episodes, it's not lost. It's on the channel. Subscribe and you'll see the previous episodes 1 to 3. Welcome to episode 4. Today, I'm going to share practical ways to build discipline. Not temporary motivation, but discipline that lasts. Let's dive in. Let us get this for a fact. Discipline isn't a personality trait. It's a skill, and skills can be trained. It can be learned. Discipline is something you build over time. Some small things you do consistently to gain momentum so you get what you're actually working to. Why do people fail? People fail when they determine or they plan to achieve a whole lot all at once. Discipline grows through small promises that you keep. For instance, instead of saying, I will do this every hour, how about I'll do this for 5 minutes? Instead of 10 tasks that you want to do all at once, why don't you start with one? Doing that one task that you can do, when your brain learns that you keep your word, discipline starts to grow. Small wins rewire your mind. Small wins encourage your mind that you are able to achieve growth and discipline. Discipline dies in too many choices. When you have too many things to do all at once, confusion sets in. Remove decision fatigue. So this is how to do it. Same workout time, same waking or sleeping time. Have a routine, regular routine. Discipline thrives on routine, not willpower. The fewer choices you make helps you to achieve regular routine. When there are too many tasks to do, then confusion sets in. Build your environment so that you can easily achieve discipline. For instance, if you are to skip or maybe regular jogging first thing in the morning, you make your environment conducive for whatever routine you're planning to achieve. For instance, if your goal is to read for the first 10 minutes when you wake up, then let your books or magazine or whatever it is you plan to read be readily available beside you. It's not that you wake up and you start to look for what to read. You don't need to feel ready. Act anyway, feelings will catch up. Showing up at 50% is much more better than waiting to be 100% ready. Progress beats perfection every single time. When discipline becomes who you are, your actions begin to align naturally. Whenever you are confused or you don't know what to do, just ask yourself, what would a disciplined version of me do right now? And then go ahead and do it. No matter how small it is, just go ahead and do it. Why? Because identity shapes behavior. A lot of people quit too soon. Well, discipline builds by tracking effort, not outcome. Results usually comes after you have become disciplined, not before. Mark the date or those days that you have been consistently working on achieving your goals. Reward effort. Discipline isn't built in one day. It's built on small, consistent actions done daily. Consistency creates growth, and growth changes your life. Keep growing. Keep being consistent. Keep building momentum. Thank you for watching. If this has helped you in any way, like it. Let me see your comment. I read all comments. Subscribe to ChristyNuga Motivation. Also remember to share it with friends, colleagues, and family. Until I come your way again with another wonderful episode of Mindset Growth. It's a wrap for right now. Bye-bye. Most people think transforming your life requires total overhaul. Spending hours in the gym, waking up as early as 4 a.m. and doing a lot of things. But they are wrong. The truth? That's exactly why most people fail. Why? Well, they do too much, and every setback feels like the end of the road. What if I told you that most successful people on earth don't do more, they just do things differently? Well, in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you the one resilience secret that turns every failure into a massive comeback. This isn't just a habit. It's a mental shift that only takes 600 seconds a day. So if you're ready to stop letting setbacks win, let's dive in. Most people fail at personal growth because the thing requires total identity shift overnight. Trying to change everything all at once, career, mindset, diet, everything all at once. Come on, that's too much. The science of a growth mindset, 10 minutes. Span. Today, I'm showing you the exact 10 minutes daily protocol that separates the top 1% from everyone else. It's about mindset transformation. Well, we rely on motivation. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are unreliable. True growth is built on systems, not willpower. When you commit to just 10 minutes, you bypass your brain's natural resistance to change. You are telling your subconscious, I am the type of person who always shows up. Spend your first 3 minutes to what Dr. Carol Dweck refers to as the power of yet. Close your eyes for a bit. Identify one thing that you have been struggling with. Instead of, I can't do this, tell yourself, I can't do this yet. This small linguistic shift literally rewires your neural pathways from a fixed to a growth mindset. Your mindset is a product of your inputs. For 4 minutes during your lunch break or your afternoon slump, replace doom scrolling with intentional learning. Listen to 4 minutes of a mindset podcast or of a philosophy book. By doing this, you're feeding your brain with the growth and stay motivated. Before bed, do a 3-minute audit. Write down 3 wins from the day, no matter how small. This trains your reticular activating system to scan for opportunities and growth tomorrow, instead of focusing on mistakes or lack. Here's the secret most motivation channel won't tell you. It will be pointless at first. On day 1, nothing changes. On day 10, still nothing changes. But by day 30, the compound interest of these 10 minutes creates a version of you that is unrecognizable. Consistency is the ultimate flex. If you want more understanding, you need to watch this my video. Stop overthinking and procrastinating. Act now for success. The link is somewhere here. Or here, somewhere on the screen. Thank you for watching. If this video has resonated with you, like it, share it with someone that needs to watch it. If you are yet to subscribe to ChristyNuga Motivation, please go ahead and do that. Remember to turn on the notification button so that you get a first-hand notification when a new video comes up. If you like this video, comment. I am growing. I read all comments. I want to read from you. Note this. Don't wait for the right time. The right time is the 10 minutes that you have right now. See you in the next video, episode 6, which is titled Setbacks Destroy You, the Resilience Secret. So see you. See ya. Bye-bye. Resilience is what keeps you moving forward when motivation is gone. Welcome to the 6th episode of Rewire Your Mind for Growth series. And we're talking about not allowing setbacks destroy you. At times, we plan, we strategize, we project, we just suppose, and, well, somehow, life happens.